What's the deal? $100 bill, yo. This is EJBJ coming to you live from EJBJ Entertainment Studios. Okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eric Joseph Butler Jr., aka EJBJ. This is EJBJ TV. There are a few things that 9 times out of 10 I probably won't discuss on this show. And those things are politics, any type of negative celebrity news. I'm not getting into that. We're going to keep it positive on this show. We're not talking about a lot of the things that are just bringing people down. I have my personal opinions on a lot of social injustice and things of that nature, but this is not a platform for that. This is an entertainment platform, and we will discuss positive things here and not negative. So just want to let people know, if you have any questions, feel free to send them. But some things I'm just choosing not to discuss. So, and that's all I wanted to say for today. This is the EJBJ TV signing off. Well, all right. Hey, what's poppin'? Party people in the place to be. This is EJBJ TV. I know y'all like, what happened to his beard? Yeah, I had to cut that off. And plus, my daughter was getting tired of it. We about to go see Suicide Squad. I know I'm probably about a month late, but hey, I figured why? Better late than never. Everybody been talking about it, so. But once I see it, I'm gonna let y'all know how it is. Oh, and I have 2 daughters. Here they are right here. You probably can't see it that good. But yeah, my oldest, she's 13 now. They were babies right here. And my little one, she lives in Florida with her mom. She's 9. So, but you guys will probably see them eventually. I know my oldest daughter, she's a little camera shy, even though she wants to be an actress, which is weird to me. But hey, what can you do? But anyway, about to head up out of here, go pick up my daughter so we can hit the movies. I guess that's all for now. And I will see you guys later. Well, all right. Hello. Welcome back. Oh, I should say I'm back. Anyway. Okay. I'm back from seeing Suicide Squad with my daughter, Anaya. You want to say hi, Anaya? Okay. She's a little shy. She doesn't want to say hi. Anyway. Suicide Squad. If you haven't seen it, this is a spoiler alert because my review will include spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, you may want to skip past this or just come back later and watch it after you've seen it. Okay, Suicide Squad. Basically, I give it probably a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would say if you're familiar with the Batman comics, if you're familiar with Joker and Harley Quinn and all the different characters, there were a few characters in the movie that aren't as familiar as those main characters. There was Killer Croc. He's only been in a few comics. There was also Katana, who I wasn't really that familiar with, but she played a pretty good role in the movie. But and also Deadshot. Deadshot, I felt like him, who was played by Will Smith, his character, as well as Harley Quinn, who's played by Margot Robbie. Those were the two main characters of the movie. Um, Basically, they were the protagonists. They're the ones who drove the story for Suicide Squad. There are a few things that not to say that I didn't like, but there were a few things that were kind of confusing as far as the storyline goes. I didn't like how it told a story, but then it also went back and told the underlying parts of the story that were missing. I'm sure that when they come out with the DVD and we get to see the full uncut version of the movie, that it will kind of fill in some of the gaps that were missing, sort of like how Batman vs. Superman did. If you've seen the theatrical release and then you watch the uncut version, it was a lot better. Even not that it wasn't bad, it was just a lot better version of the movie. Suicide Squad, like I said, 4.5 stars. The part that I didn't like I said, was the way they told the story. I think they should have added a little bit more elements of the Joker and Harley Quinn, because basically the Joker created Harley Quinn. And I think their relationship, which is kind of, you might as well say it if you're not familiar with Batman, it was an abusive type of relationship. Joker, basically, he had an odd relationship with Harley Quinn. He was abusive to her. He treated her bad. But yet, no matter what he did, she always loved him no matter what. And whenever something went down, he would cast her aside, and behold, he would come back and get her as if he was rescuing her. But all along, he basically cast her aside to escape and always left her to be the one to get caught. So the last thing I want to say is, and this is the big spoiler, how the movie ended. The way the movie ended. The whole purpose of the movie. Enchantress. Enchantress is the witch who's like 6,000 some years old, and she gets caught, or she gets discovered in this deep cave by this archaeologist named June. Carla, what's her name? Darla Delvine. I don't even know how to say. Carla Delevingne. Cara Delevingne. Anyway, her. I think she did a pretty good job playing Enchantress. But basically, the lady who orchestrated the whole concept of Suicide Squad, she's basically the one who caused all the mayhem to happen. Basically, Enchantress, they wanted to try to control this 6,000-year-old witch and try to make her do everything and take out these super metahumans that they were so afraid of, because they basically wanted to find people who could fight against evil super villain. And I'm sure that now Batman, and he's getting his friends together and they're creating the Justice League, which is going to be a far better version of what she had envisioned. And she's the one who caused everything by trying to control a witch, a 6,000-year-old all-powerful witch. And come to find out, all they had to do was to stop all of it, was to crush this heart that was on the outside of her body, right? They had the heart, right? They had the heart the whole time. That's what's driving me crazy. They had the heart the whole time. She could have stopped it. If they would have just destroyed the heart, June would have not even been afflicted by this spirit, this 6,000-year-old witch, the whole time. So after they've destroyed Midtown and fought all these, God knows how many people have died because you wanted to stop what you just created. A super villain. You wanted to stop super villains, but you just created one. So I thought that was kind of like, I'm not familiar with the comic books. I don't know if that happened or if it did or not. But I just thought that was just kind of like, what? If I was a part of the Suicide Squad, I would have been pretty upset. But and the fact that they all end up having to go back to jail, it just doesn't sit well with me. But at the end of the day, they were criminals. So, but anyway, that's my review. I give it 4.5 stars. I love the movie. I love the action. I think that the acting, for the most part, was great. The storytelling was okay. Like I said, it was just the way the movie ended. It was just kind of weird. I was like, "Are you serious?" It's just like y'all went through all that, and it could have been anyway. But that's my review. Suicide Squad, great movie. I can't wait till the DVD comes out so we can see the young cut version. And that's it. So that's my review of Suicide Squad. EJBJ TV. Well, all right. And we out. All right.